Inside Hilltopper Athletics is brought to you by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Here's your host, Lynn.
Welcome to a special edition of Inside Hilltopper Athletics. Today I'm joined by Brad Forshey, the Interim Athletic Director here at West Liberty University. Brad, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll just dive in. You've been on the job a couple months. What's happening in the wonderful world of Hilltopper Athletics?
Well, first, I'd like to thank you for your 33 years of service. I would be remiss to say that we miss you on the Hilltop. That's definitely we do. You've left a legacy not only in your coaching career but in your administration career. So in front of everyone, I want to thank you personally for that. On the Hilltop, it's been a little busy. We've been able to get some projects done that we've been working on. For example, we've done a scholar athlete wall here inside the ASRC. We mounted a 65-inch TV that's going to have graphics that Logan Watson is currently working on. It's going to list all of our scholar athletes for each sport and then a department-wide graphic. And across the hall from that, we put a monitor that's going to have our DEI initiatives that Coach Cassie Seth has been working on. She's very skilled in what she does with that. A lot of her work's actually been shared with the NCAA, so pretty excited about that. And we did a study hall area on the third floor of the ASRC for an area for our student athletes to be able to go and study and have a designated place to do so.
All neat stuff, and let's just quickly stay on the subject just a touch longer. The academic side is something that people aren't quite as aware of. You know, there's not a game every night and people clicking on to see highlights. But just tell us a little bit about the success of the Hilltopper student athletes in the classroom.
Well, we're always quick to promote our wins and losses on the fields and turfs and things like that. But for 11th consecutive semester, our athletic department has had a 3.0 or higher GPA, with 279 of our student athletes in the fall having a 3.0 or higher. And I believe it was 76 that had a perfect 4.0. So something we push very strongly here. Our coaches do a phenomenal job of promoting academics. They are student athletes, not just athletes in general. Our faculty do a tremendous job of doing all the hard work and getting what they need to done in the classroom. So it's definitely an initiative for us. We set a department goal for this spring semester of a 3.3, so hopefully we can get that accomplished.
Well, that would be amazing. And then just quickly touch on the DEI initiatives.
So Cassie Seth is our ADID, which is a designated person for DEI in our athletic department. But every year the NCAA does a campaign, and she does the graphics and everything for that is just phenomenal. She does interviews with student athletes, staff members, and that gets promoted for about 3 days there every year. But we've taken it one step further, where it's not just a few days of the year we're celebrating that. She's currently working on a Black History Month initiative that we're going to be posting and putting out. So she spends a lot of tremendous time on that, and she's very good at it.
All right, let's switch gears here. Let's get to our teams that are actually in play now. We're in the winter segment of Hilltopper Athletics. Tell us about our teams.
I tell you, our indoor track and field teams have done a phenomenal job this winter, breaking several school records. I'm very proud of them. Our men's basketball program still ranked in the top 25, still continuing their role. Women's basketball, having a good season, having some successes. I know Corinne Thomas just recently scored her 1,000th career point. Acro's about to get started. Our wrestling team still ranked first in the country, tied for first in the country. Several of our wrestlers are ranked regionally and nationally, and continuing that winter success we always have.
Okay, what do we have coming up? What special things?
So in wrestling, we have a Bobby Douglas campaign kickoff this Friday. It's going to coincide with our MEC Wrestling Championship that we're hosting here on the Hilltop. For those that may not know who Bobby Douglas is, which in the Valley I'm sure everybody knows, but one of the most influential people in the sport of wrestling. He's iconic, but he's a West Lib alum. We're going to honor him. We have a project that we're currently going to kick off and fundraise for, where we're going to renovate our complete wrestling complex, new wrestling room, women's locker room for women's wrestling, and it's all going to be named in his honor.
It's pretty cool. Bobby Douglas, that we have launched his campaign, not only a national champion, Olympic wrestler, international wrestler, greatly acclaimed. And then he went on in a coaching career, I believe won a national championship as a coach. So yeah, just absolutely an icon, a legend, and not just at our level. I mean, this is a guy that's on a short list of the greatest wrestlers of all time. So that'll be great as we start to unfold this campaign and see if we can make this a reality. The MEC Wrestling Championships Saturday here at the ASRC.
Correct.
And West Liberty's won
3 in a row.
3 in a row, going for 4. Of course, head coach Danny Irwin has one of the better wrestling programs in the country, and they're making their crunch run now. It kind of starts here with the MEC tournament and then the regionals to follow, and then the national tournament. So busy time. I'm sure we'll get you back on the air. You can join us again and maybe talk about our spring sports. Oh, one more thing, baseball. They have.
Yeah, we had the kickoff dinner coming up in February. It's going to be held in our indoor practice facility, the Belmont Savings Indoor Practice Facility. We still have some tickets available, so if anyone would be interested, it's a good way to support our baseball team. Our baseball team arguably has one of the deepest alumni bases of any of the sports we have, and it's going to be nice to welcome them back on campus, and it'll be fun to see everyone together and get some money raised for baseball.
Yeah, the Belmont Savings Practice Facility. If you haven't ever been inside that, please come up and take a tour. It's something that we have the opportunity to use that very, very few teams have, especially in our region, and it's just such a great benefit to not only our baseball and softball programs, but other sports take care of that as well. So we can't be more thankful to Todd Cover and Belmont Savings Bank for what they've been able to do with us. But Brad, that'll wrap up this segment of Inside Hilltopper Athletics. Thanks for joining us, and let's get you back on soon.
Absolutely. Again, thanks for having me.